we've learned how absolutely essential it is to vary complex sentences using clauses. For today, we'll turn to the adverb clause and its different types. So what is an adverb clause? This is defined as a group of words beginning with an adverb, a conjunction, or even a relative pronoun followed by a subject and a verb that functions as an adverb. Of course, this describes the verb, the adjective, and the adverbs. Now, there are different types. There are actually 6 of them, but for today, we will focus on the first 3. That would be time conditional and reason. For the first type, let's use the time clause. Let's say this is the first sentence. A lot of manual labor, so we find the subject has been eliminated to be your present perfect in the passive form. With the advancement of technology in the 21st century, your prepositional phrases. So how do we make this even more complex? Using the time clause to explain what happened for a duration of time, we may include this dependent clause. Starting with the word since, the subject, and present perfect. Notice that since and even for is quite useful to explain what happened for a duration of time, especially when it is accompanied with the present perfect verb tense. Another application of the clause is to switch it. So from the beginning, we can also place it towards the end. So that is one way to vary your sentence. For the next type, let's use the conditional clause. So for the first sample, we can see the first sentence focuses on sports and that it promotes health and fitness, followed by prepositional phrases among students and not for competition. And the second sentence begins with sport activities in schools are your linking verb followed by the adjective 1 and then the adjective 2. Prepositional phrase there. The second sentence is already quite a complex one with the object of the preposition in developing the endurance, which is a verb, and followed by the object. However, do we find any connection between sport and sport activities in schools? Well, it's quite useful to use this conditional clause. For the first part, using if, we can state that this is a condition that if sports are used as tools to promote health and fitness among students and so on, then sporting activities, that's the beginning of the independent clause with the subject, sporting activities in schools will not only be your main verb with the adjective, but it will also develop the confidence of students, which is followed with another sentence. So we can see that in this independent clause, we can find the conjunction not only, but also to state that sporting activities can be enjoyable and it will also develop the confidence of students. So this is a compound complex sentence. What a way to vary your sentences. Lastly, let's not forget to explain reasons using reason clauses. So let's observe the first type. In this first statement, state library centers were used. to be a waste of money, but the second sentence explains technology. Once again, without any pronoun, relative pronoun, or conjunction in between them, we may not find any connection. But if we use the reason clause, we can state that state library centers are regarded as a waste of money. Why? Because technology is more widely used to access books. So the first part, I should say the last part, explains the purpose why technology is more widely used, not as a variation in the second sentence. The first was also used, but we may state two purposes why technology was more widely used, and that is because it can access publications online for free, and also to compile numerous books. So once again, we used the conjunctions not only, but also, and an application of the verb phrase towards the end using lightweight gadgets explaining how. So let us make a variety of complex sentences using these types. This is quite important, especially if you have a high goal, which is to reach bands such as 7 or 8. So let us use adverb clauses with its different types. That is about time, conditional, and reason. So watch out for our next video because we will move on to the rest of the different types of adverb clauses. That would be all for today. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can follow the rest of our tips in writing task 1 and 2. Hit that notification bell and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Cheers and see you again!